Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca in case you're seeing it somewhere else. The dice and the decks I'm using are listed below. Other than that, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's also below. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into your selection. Hello, Virgo! Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? There seems to be a lot of communication right off the bat, like a lot of it. But it may be something that works for you. A lot of communication right off the bat. That's it. One more. Stop. There was one that fell out face down while I was shuffling. We'll get to that when it triggers in the reading. Which seems to be coming down the line a little bit. The social energy, I think, is going well. It has not always. It has not always. I don't know that it's been that bad. It's just better than it was. I don't feel like it was bad. It's just better than it was. Communication and honesty. Maybe things were a little bit more... I don't know if I want to say hidden. I feel like people just didn't say stuff. I feel like this was going on here. And you knew certain things. And I don't know, maybe you were one of the people just not saying something for whatever reason. And it was just we were just letting things kind of be the way they were. I just keep getting that, like, it's not like things were bad, but they weren't that good either. I don't know how to explain this. It's a weird energy. It's like it was making it was all right. Things were working the way they were working. There were some crunchy pieces that we were just not dealing with, because it's almost like you try to pick up those crunchy pieces, it's going to make even more crunchy pieces, and we could have some broken pieces. That doesn't need to be my responsibility, so let's not make it my responsibility. I feel like that's where we were with it. Kind of like, you know what, that's just a whole, I don't want that to be my responsibility anyway, so let's just not. Something's coming in, a lot of communication is coming in. Somebody's unhappy. Somebody wants change. Somebody's unhappy, somebody wants change, but I feel like they're not really moving very fast on it, but they are open to it. Not very fast, but are open. I do think this is going in your direction. You might also be in the direction of like, you know what? Change wouldn't be bad. Crazy change I'm not here for. But change wouldn't be bad. Let's think about it. Let's talk about it. What do we want to change and why? It seems like this is actually very positive for you, ironically. Most people don't really care for the Five of Cups, but it's in the environment around you. Other people unhappy, want things to change, but not moving very quickly. But this is opening a door for you, kind of like, all right, let's talk about it. I feel like it's kind of like, it's smooth. We're getting along. When I say we're getting along, the people you're connecting to, it seems like a smoother energy. There may be a lot of different people connected to this, or a larger number than you're connecting to originally, but it might be one of those things where you can put in your 2 cents, kind of help get the wheels going, but not have to deal with the conflict that might be there. It seems very diplomatic at this point. It feels comfortable. It's almost like, let's talk about it. Doesn't mean anything's going to actually happen, but some things could. And I feel like that's what we like. We're like, well, I don't want to go running out of here like a crazy person. Let's see what happens next. Let's talk about it and see what happens next. It seems like it's going pretty well. Are you going to need to move anything forward, or is somebody else going to move it forward? Something does move forward. It will move forward. Is it you or somebody else? Imagination. What's real and what's not? At this point, this is defined by, ironically, some of it will be defined by your participation. If there's a part of this that you're hearing about that you like and you want it to happen, you got to move that piece forward on the board. If it's like if we're playing a game, you got to move your piece forward on the board. If you don't move your piece forward, it will end up it'll just be imagination. It'll be like, well, that was a possibility, but it kind of passed. So I guess they're saying it depends how much it means to you. Because there's options here, and this is the prime time for getting some things to move forward. Doesn't mean you have to, go crazy and build a whole house in a day. It's not like you have to wreck the whole house in a day. It's not like that. But it might be like, let's start looking at plots of land. And that might be how you start it off. Let's start looking at plots of land and kind of schedule going to places and looking at things. How far does yours have to go? I don't know yet. Let's see. Because it's kind of like going forward, deciding what you want from this situation. There's some very beautiful pieces that you could make happen. But I keep getting this. It's if you make it happen. It doesn't seem like it has to be crazy. You don't have to go build a house in a day, which is crazy. It's crazy. But that's a lot. Versus just kind of all right, let's schedule, I know the type of land I want. I know what I'm looking for in the scenery or what I want around it. I don't want it in a flood zone, for example. I don't want it up way high up a hill. I want it close to town, but not so close that I have people knocking on my door all the time. You have certain ideas about what you're looking for, and you're let's see, how do I match up these parameters? Let's see what type of land is around here. This is you could really create something here, and it doesn't have to be a crazy build it in a day. This could feel overwhelming. Do I have to do this whole thing myself? It doesn't have to feel like that. It's almost like creating loose parameters. Let's start with where I want it first and see if we're get my 2 cents in there, get this going. And then it's almost like if we're going to build a house, then where do I want the sunrise to come? Do I want that right in the morning in the bedroom, or do I want the sunset in the bedroom type thing? Stuff like that. How do I want the house positioned? Where do I want it in relation to the road? Pieces by pieces by pieces. If you start the situation moving forward, the conversations get stronger. It doesn't have to be crazy movements forward, just pieces by pieces by pieces. Virgo tends to be, in my opinion, Virgo tends to be quite organized. You know what you want, you know what you don't want. It's easier if you can, and I feel like a lot of you probably already have this, some form of a list. Written down on your phone, somewhere, some form of a list. Even if it's mental, if it's just the top 5 things you want. Don't step back. If you have say you have these top 5 things that you want, don't step back. Be careful. Because it'll just start going its own direction. It'll start manifesting without you, and somebody else's vision might overtake yours, and you might go to the back seat. Be careful of that. Be careful of that. Because I feel like there's something well, as long as it's like this, well, as long as it's like that. It's kind of you're a very good energy here. You're very supportive in this endeavor. And it's kind of well, as long as I get this, this, and that, I guess it's fine. It doesn't have to be as long as I get this, this, and that, it's fine. It can be, I want these 5 things. You can have those 5 things. And I keep bringing it forward. Keep bringing it forward. Don't hold yourself back is what I'm getting. Don't hold yourself back. Keep bringing forward the 5 things you want. Keep reminding people the 5 things you want. Keep bringing it forward. Keep bringing it forward. Oh yeah, I like this plot of land, and I look forward to the sun coming up this way, and I want this type of house, and I want the driveway over here, and I'd like the backyard to extend over there. And just keep bringing it. This is how I would like it. Just keep bringing it forward. This is how I would like it. This is how I would like it. This is how I would like it. You will bring that energy forward strong enough, because I feel like people, whoever you're working with, it's kind of like, well, Virgo's a very strong support to this. We should try to make Virgo as happy as possible. It goes better. If Virgo's happy, this goes a lot better. If Virgo feels respected, this goes a lot better. And it seems like that energy, like they're saying, don't hold back. What you want, and it's not like it's selfish. It's going to benefit you and other people is what I'm getting. So whatever you want is good for you, yeah, but it's also good for other people because it always has a sound base to it, you know? You'll also be able to help create this Ace of Pentacles moving forward. That comes forward later, but you're a big piece in creating this Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles are stable. They make sense. They go forward in a rational way, and they build in a rational way. You could be a big piece of this. You're Earth. This is perfect. Don't hold back, because you're a very, very important part in stability and rational movement forward. That's something that's not only going to be good today, it's going to be good 10 years from now. It's going to be good 40 years from now. You know what I mean? It's going to be good the whole way. What is over there? I know that's good, but what is that? That might be other people. People, you're dealing with somebody or something, or maybe a few different people who like to change their mind. And there's stress with this, and there's left and right action. Stabilizing it the way you want to, people will complain. Some people they just have to. I'm sorry, but some people just have to. But it fades in and out. It fades in and out. It's kind of like they'll complain at first, and then they'll kind of back off. And then all of a sudden it was a great idea, and then they back off, and then they complain again. Some people they just have to complain. Identify that for what it is. Some people, it's just like, you know, they could get their favorite meal right in front of them, perfectly done, and if they're just in a mood, it was still wrong. You know what I mean? And so other days, you know, I just get to be careful of that. Some people, it's an attention thing. They just got to complain about something. Don't let that, you know, disrail you too much, because it fades in and out. It fades in and out. While you chose stable, rational things that make sense, sometimes it's going to be good, sometimes it's going to be bad. The thing is, it's always the same. It's just their attitude towards it. Don't let that drive your energy forward. See it for what it is and step back from it and kind of like, all right, today I'm good, I'll run with it. Tomorrow, oh, no, not good today. Same thing, though. We're doing the same thing. Can't let myself get knocked down by it, because give it a couple weeks, give it a couple months maybe, it's going to be I chose well again. So it comes and it goes. Don't let other people's opinions affect you too much, because I keep getting there's somebody or some type of energy here where it's like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It just seems to be in the mood. Stability is always going to be dependable. You know, if we are going with that energy, I just feel like stability won't be there, and that if we don't have stability, we can't really do much anyway. You know what I'm saying? So let's go with stability. Let's go with your plan. Let's not let their energy, I feel like part of this is like, don't let their energy when they're nice to you lift you up too high, because it's only going to last so long. Also, though, when they're in a negative mood, don't let it knock you down either. It's kind of like stay in that rational place, like, oh, I'm good today. Let's see how long it lasts. Oh, I'm not good today. Let's see how long that lasts. It'll help you keep an even mindset. Like, enjoy it when it's enjoyable, definitely, but like keep it in the back of your mind. Like, okay, we're good today. Let's see how long it lasts. Oh, I'm not good today. Okay, let's see how long it lasts. Stay in that even keel. I feel like Virgo's usually good with that. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.